Hiya, how you doing?
Hiya.
No, it's a long shot, but do any of you guys have a coin I can borrow? 10p, 20p, 50p?
Yeah.
You got one?
I do.
Yeah, can I? Dig deep. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
What do you have? Can I?
50p.
A 50p. Imagine this, imagine you're at a casino. You have a 50 pence piece. You want to gamble. So a great thing you can do is this. You just give it a rub like this. Notice it changes into
Oh my god.
50, but it's a poker chip. That's just an illusion. Watch. You see it change back into a 50. Or you can have the 50 chip. But if you could do this, if you could just change it back, it really is. But, I mean, I prefer 1,000.
Oh my god.
Actually, it's just an illusion. You take it back again. No, nothing over here either. Thank you very much. This is the explanation for the spellbound. In your set, you will have a high, low double facer. You want the low value to be away as you palm it. So I'm going to classic palm it with a high value against my palm and the low value facing outwards. Okay? That's your setup. That's you do that in your pocket as you're searching for a coin. You ask a spectator for a coin. It can be any coin. And that's the beauty of this routine, the fact that you have a poker chip so different to the coin. So this is in classic palm, and you show the coin a few times. I'm now going to do the changeover move. As I go to pick this coin up, I'm going to release this from the palm. It's going to fall into these fingers, like so. So I'm releasing it now. And then this hand turns this way, and the coin turns this way. And the coin gets placed into spellbound move. So this poker chip is in finger palm. I'm now going to do the standard spellbound, where the two hands are going to, this hand's going to cover the coin. At the same time, my thumb is going to knock that coin out, and this one takes its place. So from the front, it looks like this. It's a lovely change. From that angle, bang, bang. Okay. Of course, they think it's in this hand. You show this hand empty. We're now going to do what's known as the French change by Richard Bartram. And the idea is that you're going to like wave your hand over the poker chip that's going to change back into the coin. And the action of waving over, you're going to thumb palm this coin. So your hand comes over like this. You place this into thumb palm, and you do this. As you come back again, it changes. So it's something like this. So you're in this position here. You're going to give the action of waving. As you do this, you thumb palm it, close your hand, and wave back and show the coin. And that's the second change. Because this is in a thumb clip position, you're now ready to do the pop-up move. The pop-up move, I'm going to classic palm this coin. At the same time, I'm going to turn this hand down, and I'm just going to move the thumb out the way. So as I do this, thumb moves out the way, the poker chip comes into view. So all together it looks like this, and they still see the 50. Okay, so I'm just do that. So from here, thumb palm, classic palm, pop up, they see the 50. If you open your fingers now, a weird thing happens. This poker chip will fall the right way around just by opening your hand. So you're not going to show the other side. And you're now back to square one, where you do the changeover move. But this time, you're going to do it with the 50p. The only things you can't do now, you can't do this because you're going to expose this side. So you need to not show the other side. As you do this, you drop the 50p into your fingers. At the same time, your thumb does this. So it's turning chip around. You're in this position. You now do the spellbound, but because of a poker chip, you've got to add a little advantage here. So you do the same again, the spellbound, change it, like so. But because of the poker chip's so big, you can now turn your hand and show it. You show this hand empty. It's a nice show. You're now going to do the vanish again, the French change vanish. But what's great about this now is when you do it, it's got to turn the poker chip over. You do this, when you come back again, it's now changed into 1,000. To clean up, you can either just put this into your pocket and say, I'll keep this, or you can do the pop-up move again and hand them the coin. And that is spellbound done. 1,000, this is my lucky poker chip. Not the 50, the 1,000. Come back to that in a moment. Watch, 1,000. If I wave it, the 50 like this, did you see what happened? No, nothing. Nothing happened. It's only when I do this, and I wave it, the 50. That's what happens.
So Gary, the lucky changing poker chip.
Yes, the change of poker chip. Basically, it's a little copper and silver routine
It's
you can
great.
do. Again, I use this sometimes with a dollar coin or a double-sided coin. You require 2 poker chips, ordinary poker chips, and one of the matching
Sure.
double-sided. Okay, I start from the low one, go from the low to high. These 2 are in your pocket. You have to know whereabouts they are in your pocket. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to come in. This is going to be your lucky poker chip, the 1,000. So what you do, you take the double-sided one. You do the move where you do the double turn of the
roll
move,
over,
roll
yeah.
over. Okay, so you do that onto your own hand, or I do it onto the table.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do like a fake take. You're going to place the poker chip into your hand, but you're going to place it into your fingers this way.
Okay.
Because what's going to happen? You're going to turn it over. So when you do this, you're going to turn it over. So when you turn your hand up again, it's still the same. It hasn't turned over. If
Right.
that makes sense. It's like a
Right.
double. So you don't want to put it here. You want to put it here. You do that. You turn it over, but you're a bit suspicious here.
Sure.
And you show your
Like
hand
maybe
empty.
you've stolen it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're empty. You reach into your pocket, you come out with your lucky poker chip, but you don't show it. You say, this is my lucky poker chip, and you wave it around. As you wave it around, you then bring it out into view.
Mm-hmm.
And by waving it around like this, you're showing both sides of it without saying...
Look at both sides of
sides
this
of it.
ordinary poker chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do that, you put your poker chip away, and you say, did you see what happened? And they'll say, no. And say, that's because nothing happened. Okay.
Yeah.
What you're doing, you're setting them up now.
Yeah.
You take the poker chip again, and this time, you don't place it here, you place it here. So you place it into your hand in this position here.
Yeah.
You close your hand around it, this time it doesn't turn over, so when you show it, it's going to be 1,000. So you do this, you say, so what's the 50 going to my hand? No, I haven't done nothing.
Right.
You reach into your pocket again, you come out with a 50, and this time you do the same again, but then you just bring it to view, and they'll see the
Changed it to
change,
50.
both sides. You now show they've changed places.
Yeah.
You know you're going to do that turnover move again,
Mm-hmm.
so you're showing this on both sides, and you drop that on top.
Fantastic. I have
By
to
the way.
say, this is a short and simple routine, but
Short,
it
simple.
absolutely caught me first time.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what just happened, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the subtlety of the turning over
Yeah.
of that poker chip in this hand.
Yeah.
By starting it here and rolling it over. It's only just as you're explaining it, I'm realising
Well-
exactly what was going on.
well, when
This really caught me out. It really
When I showed it to you, I did something which I didn't put on the performance there, which I'll show you now. This is an
Oh,
added
okay.
bonus. This is what I didn't tell you. These 3 were in my pocket, okay, separated, so I knew which is which. Then I brought out these 2, and I said to you, I got a 50,
Yeah.
and this is my lucky 1,000 poker chip.
Right.
I put them back into my pocket, and I brought this one out.
Oh, right. It's
Right.
as if I'll put this one away.
Yeah, and I
and
brought,
I'll start with this
yeah,
one.
so I'll show you
So
something.
kind of
Yeah,
examine
you've
them, right?
examined them, and then I went into the routine, did the thing,
Yeah.
nothing's happened, and I did it again. Okay, I came out again, and then when I did it, it had changed, and by then you'd examined everything beforehand.
Yeah.
So that's what caught you out. I
It's
think
a great little routine.
it's a great little walk around. If you're doing walk around routine, and you're going to do the reception work, or you do it in the pub or in the casino. It's just a casino.
I
Just-
wouldn't recommend walking into a casino with your own poker chips.
No,
or
not at all.
Let's
Yeah.
call that a disclaimer here and now.
Yeah, you don't hear that. But,
Yeah, but no, a great trick. Really fooled me. It genuinely did. So
well, thank you.
that's no great shakes. I mean, I'm easy to fool, but but that was really good. Yeah, I love it.
Brilliant.
Nice one.
I'd like to show you something using 2 poker chips. A 50 and my lucky 1,000 poker chip. I always keep this in my right hand. It always brings me luck. 50 goes into my left hand. 1,000 goes into my left hand, but because it's my lucky poker chip, I like to keep it over here in this hand. I'll do that again for you. Watch. I'm really using that hand. And 1,000 goes into there. You just see it going into the hand. I like to keep it over here. My lucky poker chip. If I place them both into my hand, there's one. If you listen, you can actually hear them go in. It makes no difference. I always like to keep it over here. Okay. And I'll show you both sides. You actually see it going into the hand. It makes no difference. It's always over this hand. Okay. I'm going to keep it over to this hand this time and get rid of it, because my lucky poker chip also helps me in other games. For instance, if I want to play any dice games, it always helps me with that. Thank you very much. Two poker chips, a 50 and a 1,000. Now the 1,000 I call my right-handed poker chip. I'll explain why. If I take the 50, place it into my hand, it really is inside the hand.
Yeah.
The 1,000 also gets placed into the hand. But because that's my right-handed poker chip, it always jumps across to this. It happens really. I'll do it again. Watch the 50 goes in. Watch, you listen. You're going to hear the 1,000 going as well.
Yeah.
See the 1,000 always stays in this hand. If I place it into the hand, it really does go into this hand.
Yeah.
No, actually,
That's crazy.
if I take the 1,000 over here, you keep that one. Okay. This is how it
So Gary, love this trick. This is what you call the right-handed poker chip, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one, and I've been doing this trick for quite a while. Not with poker chips, with a double-sided coin, like a $50.
Copper, more traditional
copper silver
prop,
coin.
right?
Yeah, so you can actually be used with a copper silver coin, but for some reason the poker chips, it adds a bit of I don't know, the bigger.
Yeah.
It works really nice. But you're going to need to learn a move, and I'm going to teach you a move. I'm going to teach you the pop-up move, which this is used throughout this routine. And a lot of people don't know the pop-up move, so I'm going to explain the pop-up move, and it's really simple.
It's a great move, and it's very underused.
Very much so, yeah. But I'm going to teach you a way of doing it where you're going to get it first time. There's going to be no missing.
Yeah, because it's traditionally it's a sort of a timing thing, right? That people find difficult. But the way you do it, I find quite unique. So talk about it.
It's all normally done with a ball as well. With a
ball. Of course.
Yeah.
I think it started off as a cups and ball move, didn't it, of some sort? And then someone, maybe Larry Jennings or something, adapted it for coins. But either way, this looks great. So.
No, I actually use. I do the pop-up move from a classic palm. You don't have to use a classic palm, but I just find it easier. It gives me a bit more freedom. But you can do it with the finger palm.
Okay.
In fact, the finger palm is much easier, but it does cause a slight problem. But I'll explain. So the first thing is I'll teach you the pop-up move. How I do this. You pick up the first poker chip. I go to do a palm move, so I actually place it into my palm, but I actually do place it into my hand. So I place it onto the top of my hand like this, and let it sink in to the palm.
Okay.
So it's in the palm. As I go to pick the second one up, I'm now going to thumb palm this one. So I'm going to thumb palm inside the hand. So
okay.
Sort of like in a clip position here. And this is how you do the pop-up move. This is so easy. You're going to kick yourself for not knowing this, if you didn't know this already. To do the pop-up move, normally this first finger would come underneath like this, and then you'd have to push up and do this. But as we're using poker chips, they're too big to do that.
Okay.
So you don't need to do that at all. I use my middle finger. My middle finger comes in underneath. So I'm in this position here, and this is all there is to it. If you move your thumb in an arc like this, that exposes the poker chip.
Yeah. So suddenly it's revealed.
Just there, and then this hand does the work.
And rolls it
Actually
in
place,
out.
because you're doing this. So you're not doing any move at all.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like. But undercover, I'm actually doing thumb moving. This hand is doing the move.
Actually,
Yeah.
pulling it further out. The hand.
Just doing it. It just happens.
Yeah.
So
just to be clear, the illusion that you're trying to sell here is that you've put one object in the hand, you're now putting a second object, but what you're actually doing is revealing the one you previously put in the hand again, while retaining the object that's apparently just been put there.
And this is where the double-sided one comes into its own, because we'll get rid of this one now. and we use this. Oh, by the way, I also use a turnover move to show both sides of this poker chip. I'm going to create the illusion I'm doing this, but I do it like this, so it turns over.
It
turns
really
over
looks good.
Okay, and as it's held on these two fingers, the first and second finger, and this third finger is raised slightly, so it just hits the edge of there. Okay,
Yeah.
and what's going to happen is, as you turn your hand over, you kind of do like a paddle move. The thumb does this and does this.
So it really looks like you're
so you're doing this.
Sure.
But obviously you don't do that, then that.
No.
It's the action of turning it over. It happens so fast that it just looks
like you're just slapping the other
it's
side
like you're just slapping it on the other side.
That looks great. Yeah.
And then you sort of do the same with the other one, but you're a bit more freer with this one. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that pop-up move, if you pick up this one and you do this move, let it sink in, because the way it's gone into your hand, if you do the pop-up move, the other one shows. And that's the whole idea of the routine.
And this is how it works, right? So let's just go over that pop-up move one more time right here.
So I'll pick this one up, place it onto the top of my hand, let it sink in. It sinks in this way first, like that, so it sinks in.
Okay.
And I just catch it in a thumb palm. I pick this poker chip up. I'm going to do what I said to you. I do it from the classic palm though. So I come over, do this. My thumb moves out the way. My fingers do this, and it just appears.
And this is where the copper silver comes in its own, because now you're revealing the opposite side of what you just put in your hand. So it really looks like one red followed by one green.
They've seen this one going in. They see this one going in. They can see it to the last moment, and then it's over here.
Great.
Okay, so that's the whole idea of the routine. And for the ending, I'm going to show you a couple of variations on the ending. Do this routine. You're going to switch in a dice, a folded card, a dollar coin, a dollar bill. You can have whatever you want. Anything you want. I've done it with a phone. I've done it with someone's watch. I've stolen a watch before. And said bang over here and bang, there's the watch. So I'll go over that when we get to that.
Yeah, because essentially the culmination of the routine, you're going to apparently hold one here and go and dump the other one.
So you come out with whatever you want.
Come out with anything that's in your pocket, so you can end this how you like.
Yeah, another great way of doing it is come up with a jumbo coin. Jumbo coins as well. Because what's going to happen? They're looking over here. You emphasise over here, and bang, you got the jumbo coin. So let me go and do the routine for you. So your production is in your pocket, ready to go. You show the two poker chips, the 50 and the 1,000, or whatever you have in your set. You pick the first one up, you do the move, show it both sides.
That's the false rollover move, right?
Yeah, and then you do the same non-false over move for the second one, showing both sides. But you don't make a big deal of it. You say a 50 and a 1,000.
Looks
fair.
You
don't say it's 50 on both sides. It's okay.
Yeah, because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Right?
You do the first part, that one goes into the hand. You show it. By showing it, that gives you a chance to get into position to thumb palm it. You show the 1,000. You do the move. It goes into the hand. You want to do it so when you open the hand, you do this. Okay, so you do this. Okay. So you do this, and then you show it this hand, and then you show it over here. You've got two options now. You can pop them down again if you wanted to, or you can keep them in your hand. Repeat it. Turn this hand over. Get it into position. Do the pop-up move again. Into the hand. It's back over here. You're now going to do a click pass. You pick up the 1,000. You do a pass. I'm just doing a palm.
Right. Let's talk about the click pass briefly, because it's called the click or clink pass because it creates the auditory illusion of one coin landing on top of another. So let's
do that then. Okay. You're going to do a fake transfer into this hand, but it has to end up in classic palm. So whichever way, you might even want to do retention vision, whichever one you want to do, as long as it ends up in classic palm. Yeah. I find if you go straight into classic palm, you don't have to do any readjustments.
Sure.
So I just do a toss across. All I'm doing is as my hand goes back.
Just move it in right.
As my hand goes back.
Classic palm here. False take over here.
Yeah. So it looks like this.
Oh. They found you.
Oh no! Damn. Can we hide? So there, you do this.
So it's actually retained here. They believe it's here.
Yeah. You now pick up the double-sided one, and what's going to happen? Sorry, what's going to happen? Yeah. This one, the real one is going to fall onto it and fall into your hand. So
And it's going to
hit
make the sound.
Yeah. So there's 1 and there's 2.
2.
Obviously you catch it. So I'll do that again for you. So there's 1 and then there's 2.
Yeah.
And we
And
can
you get
instantly
the
turn
sound,
the sound
you
as
get the
well.
sound,
Yeah.
right.
So you say, like, you can see them going in. There's 1. If you listen, you can hear them going in, and it's back over here. You can't show this one now,
No.
but they've already seen it so many times. You don't need to show this one now.
Right. You know that's
Right.
you know what's funny. And all
Fun.
the times I've seen it, I never even realised
Yeah.
you don't show that.
You don't
at
show
that
the
time.
hand now because you've done it so many times that
They're accustomed.
they're accustomed to it now. But what's good now is that this is another subtlety I came up with. If you now do the pop-up move now to here, this is the genuine one.
So you can
So
now
you can
show
show it both sides.
Yeah.
They can now push it into your hand. You can instantly show it over here. Now your clean up now is you just drop that on top and just drop them down.
Then you're
Yeah,
everything looks
looks that word. The magician's use.
copacetic.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's get overused.
Yes. Right. So there. So that's the clip pass part of the routine. Okay. So let's put it all together.
Yeah.
Okay. Show the first one. Do the turnover move. Show the second one. Not doing the turnover move. Classic palm drop into the hand. Show again. Pop up move. Into the hand. Show it's back over here.
Yeah.
Same again. Pop up move again for the second time.
And of course, each time the premise being, I put my
Put my
right-handed
hand-
poker chip in
Yeah,
my left
exactly.
hand, and somehow it keeps ending up in
over
my,
here.
in my right hand, right?
Go into the click pass. Pick up the genuine one. You always pick up the 1,000 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you pick up the genuine, throw it across. Pick up the 50. Click
Click.
pass. Instantly
It's
show it.
jumped back again.
Can't show it this hand, obviously. Show it here. Instantly do a pop-up move, showing it both sides. This is in classic
Classic.
palm. They can push it into the hand. Show it over here. Can't show it over here. This one, you just drop on top and just turn everything over, and everything looks
Copacetic.
copacetic. Yeah. Then we come to the ending. You pick up the genuine one, place it over here. Pick this one up. You don't
Yeah, but you retained it, right?
retain. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Was that good?
Yeah, but I'm just put it over here. You don't really put it over there.
No, sorry. You do a classic. Do whatever you want. You can do
Retain
whatever
some-
you want.
yeah, keep it.
yeah,
It in the other hand, basically.
Whatever you want. It doesn't matter what move you use here. I'll do this. I'll pick this one up. You go into your pocket. You drop both into your pocket. So inside your pocket, I'm in this position here. Okay.
These
so
get dropped
these,
off.
yeah, this is in my pocket. So I do this. That was over here. Pick this one. I go into my pocket. I drop both off. Come out with this. Come out with your hand down. This hand does this. Does the reveal. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and both vanish, and suddenly in their place can
Is
be literally anything,
anything that will
you
fit
want.
inside your hand, or it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily. I've used big phones where you just can I use to this? I haven't got a wallet me, but you can use a watch is great if you steal someone's watch. But what's good about it is whatever you're producing, it's not the same shape, or
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a totally different shape as well.
Yeah. It's very cool. I mean, you could even have a stack of chips, couldn't you?
Yeah,
With,
dollar
with,
bills, or you can dollar coins, and just
yeah,
chip a
and
load
then
of dollar
and
coins
suddenly
out.
you get
Yeah,
noise and have a
Yeah.
load of them appear.
Exactly,
Or whatever.
yeah.
I mean, it's literally
Yeah.
completely up to you, because you're essentially dumping them off and picking up whatever you like.
Yeah.
Great routine, man. I really
and
love it.
another thing as well, another ending I use quite often is we use the folded card after an ambitious card routine. They think the trick's over, so I just fold the card and put it into my pocket.
Yeah.
Then whenever I'm ready to go, I just turn and say, put them both into my pocket, and then turn and say, that leaves over here the, sorry, what was your card?
Yeah.
4 spades with your signature
there
on
it
it.
is.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Signed. Great.
And that's a definite ending, like a proper climax to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the right-handed flip.
Lovely stuff. So Gary, I don't know if you've ever heard this story. Maybe you've heard it before about the guy playing the blackjack. The guy to his left, he was into him for like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So he was watching very carefully, and as his stack diminished, he got right down to just 2 chips left. Despite the fact he was so low on chips, he decides to play one more hand, and he gets dealt rags. In blackjack, he got a 7 and a 9, a terrible hand, because
Oh, yeah,
he would be
nasty.
forced to draw again. But maybe he's feeling lucky or whatever it is, because he goes to play his 2 remaining chips, and the guy's like, "Whoa, you owe me 1,000. So I want my money before you bet on in this hand, because it's terrible." The guy says, "That's all right." So he gives him the 1,000 chip, and he says, "I'm just going to lay this 50 down on this hand anyway." Everybody's wondering what's going on, but what they didn't realise was the guy was something of a gambler, bit of a cheat. So he was able to do this move here, and suddenly it became clear that he'd actually bet 1,000 on a blackjack hand. Before anybody could question it, he collects his winnings and gets to go. The guy who he owed the money to thought, well, I don't know how he done it, but I don't mind because at least I got my 1,000. It was only later when he checked his pocket he found actually he would have been left with a mere 50.
Right, Dave, so can you run us through the...
Sure. We sort of worked this out together, right?
Yeah.
We sort of worked this out together. It uses a nice little move where you can switch one of the chips thanks to the double face thing, which I'll explain in a minute, which also gets used in another routine, which we'll see later. But I kind of like this, right? It's got a little story theme, and it's kind of cool, and I like the idea that you recount a story. Your setup on top of the deck is this. You have a good blackjack hand, Jack Ace.
That's quite good.
Yeah, it's pretty much as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Followed by a rubbish blackjack hand. In this case, we're using a 16, a 9 and a 7. It's good if they contrast.
Yeah.
So that's like that with the blackjack hand uppermost. You're going to take a break under the top 4 cards and you sort of display these two. Then put them down and turn all 4 cards at the same time. Spread that card over and display this rubbish blackjack. Flip all 4 cards down. Take these 2 off, and of course you're laying down a great hand here.
By the way, I said do 2 triple lists, but Dave came up with this and it's much easier.
Yeah, the other way to do it would be by 2 triple lists to show 1 card at a time.
This is easier.
Show 4 like this and display and get the display over. It's not traditionally how cards are dealt, but I don't think it matters. So we're here. You want the deck off to the side because you kind of want to pick it up again later for a bit of a bluff. So I owe this guy 1,000 and I'm about to bet my last 2 chips. And he says, no, I want my 1,000 first because you're not betting my money on this. And here's the move. I've got a regular 50, that's the low valued one, it's regular. And this one here is the double-sided, all right, and it's 1,000 side up. Now here's what it looks like. I'm going to apparently give Gary the 1,000, and I'm going to do this in a sort of sponge ball placement. Because I'm left with the 50, the assumption is that he's got the 1,000, but of course he's got the 50, and the way that works is that all I'm doing is I'm picking both of them up, turning them over and coming away with the uppermost. Alright, but this is hidden at this point, so thanks to this, the 1,000 must be here. There's nothing really to it. They're like this. You're going to turn them over and take this one away. Alright, just like that.
Beautiful.
And
Very
then I'm
deceptive.
placing this into his hand, sponge ball style. Alright, because you don't want them, say, you hang on to that, guard it with your life, because it's $1,000 after all. Now here's my 50, which I'm going to lay down on this 9-7. Of course it's blackjack at this point. And they're sort of wondering what it is. I've placed the chip underneath. Right, so it's just under there. They're wondering, you know, why is this guy betting in there? Some sort of fake take off the pot.
Yeah, I love
right?
this.
Like this.
So you got nothing in your hand.
Yeah, I've got nothing obviously, but I want to make it look like I'm doing something fancy or card cheatery. So what I'm going to do is nothing. I'm just going to turn everything over and spread like this. And the bet changes as the hand changes.
Yeah.
But then sort of move the deck again as if you're dropping something off or something like that.
Great.
Lo and behold, it had changed to a blackjack hand, and he scooped up his chips and left. Well, the other guy, he never got to find out how it was done, but that's alright. He was happy because at least he got his 1,000 back until he checked, of course, and your spectator now opens and finds that they are holding a mere 50 in their hands, and you get a sort of change of the hands, and you get a transposition of the chips.
It's a lot of magic, an awful lot of magic going on there.
You know, a nice brief routine as well,
and a nice story about it as well. The con
Yeah.
man conning the con man, etc.
Exactly, I think.
Yeah, really, really
I think
nice.
it's got a fair bit going for it.
Yeah.
So that is a brief effect, but pretty useful nonetheless.
Yeah, brilliant.